सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधिता भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्। यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तन्न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः। Must have this handout, I guess. We are in the 9th chapter of the Gita, and I will read the first 3 verses. Please repeat after me. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Idantu te guhyatamam Pravakshyamyanasuyave Jnanam Vijnana Sahitam Yajñātvā mokṣase shubhāt Rajavidya Rajaguhyam Pavitramidamuttamam Pratyakshaavagamam dharmyam Susukham kartamavyayam Ashraddhana purushaha Dharmasyasya parantapa Aprapyamam nivartante Mrityu samsara vartmani. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. Lord Krishna begins a discourse in this 9th chapter. Idantu te guhyatamam pravakshami anasuyave. Te anasuyave, who does not cavil. Asuya guneshu dosha darshanam. Sometimes some people have a nature that they see blemishes where there are virtues. It shows a little distorted mind. Whereas Lord Krishna says, Arjuna, you are not like that. You are very straightforward and honest. Meaning that you do not have in gracefully accepting the virtues of others, the goodness of others, the glories of others. Very often we hesitate to acknowledge the virtues or the glories of others because somehow we feel lacking, deprived, inferior when we see somebody good. Somehow it reminds us of the lack and want that we have. And therefore very often we do not acknowledge their virtues. But Arjuna is a very straightforward, simple, honest person, and he does not have any difficulty in acknowledging the virtues of other people. Anasuyave. And Lord Krishna states that as a virtue or quality of Arjuna, which qualifies him to receive this knowledge. The knowledge that Lord Krishna has been expounding and will continue to expound here is very profound knowledge. And that requires naturally a mind which has the capacity to grasp this very subtle upadesha or teaching. And by addressing Arjuna as Anasuyu, as the one who is free from cavilling, one who is therefore honest, is a qualification for receiving this knowledge. Jnanam vijnana sahitam. Here Arjuna, I will expound to you Jnanam, the knowledge, Vijnanam, the means of gaining that knowledge. Yajñātva mokṣase asubhat. So what is the purpose why Lord Krishna is going to tell this knowledge to Arjuna? What's the reason why Lord Krishna also will tell him how to gain, what's the means of gaining that knowledge? Mokṣase asubhat. That you will, Ashubha means inauspicious. Death is considered inauspicious. So in the olden days, when they used to send the message about somebody's death, they'll write on the top of the postcard, Ashubham. So we know what's going to be there in that letter. So death is inauspicious, ignorance is inauspicious, sorrow is inauspicious. Lord Krishna says, Yajñātva, knowing which, Ashubhat mokṣase, you will be released. Become free from Ashubhat, the inauspicious, meaning from death, from sorrow, from ignorance. This knowledge releases the person from ignorance, from sorrow, from death, the three things that we are constantly trying to overcome. The three things in our life they are trying to constantly get rid of. Nobody likes to feel that I am ignorant. Nobody likes death of the self. And nobody likes sorrow. And Ashubha, so Lord Krishna says, you will be liberated from. So these are the things that we are all the time trying to get rid of. All the time we're trying to get rid of sorrow, trying to get rid of ignorance, get rid of death. And the way we are doing is not the way to do. The way to get rid of death, as far as we are concerned, is to prolong the life of this body. Because we equate the body with the self, and therefore the death of the body is death of myself, and therefore I always want to stretch out my life as much as possible, which can be done up to a point and not beyond that point. But when I recognize that body I am not, death belongs to body, I am not the body, therefore death does not belong to me, that I does not die even when the death of the body dies. It is a knowledge that truly releases me from this fear of death. That I, the self, has no death. I am the very existence, very consciousness, very wholeness, and therefore has no beginning, no end, no birth and death. Yajñātva, knowing your true nature and knowing true nature of Ishvara. Here Lord Krishna unfolds the nature of Ishvara, the creator, the sustainer, dissolver. And Vedanta teaches that the essential nature of mind is no different from essential nature of Ishvara. But the Ishvara is vast, omniscient, omnipotent, possessed of all the powers. I am limited in every way. Therefore, dimension-wise, there is no comparison between Ishvara and myself. But essence-wise, dimension-wise, a drop of water is nothing compared to the ocean. A drop always feels very small, insignificant whenever it equates itself with the size. A drop knows that it is going to die, in a few seconds perhaps, or a few minutes. But if the drop recognizes the essential nature that I am water, then even though the form of the drop goes away, drop as water ever is, and therefore, if that drop recognizes that I am water, the way for the drop to become free from a sense of mortality is not trying to stretch the dropness, but recognizing that I am water. Therefore, I am formless, I am therefore deathless. The wave arises and subsides, water does not. The drop forms and subsides, not the water. Yajñātva mokṣase asubhād. Here Arjuna, knowing the true nature of Ishvara, which is also the true nature of the self, you become free from asubha, from all the inauspicious, from the death, from ignorance, from sorrow. Let's read the next verse. Raja Vidya Raja Guhyam Pavitramidamuttamam Pratyakshaavagamam Dharmyam Susukham Kartum Avyayam. And praising the knowledge that Lord Krishna is going to impart to Arjuna. So Lord Krishna himself praises what it is that he is going to tell Arjuna in order for Arjuna to recognize the value of what he is going to receive. That this is the most precious knowledge. It is Raja Vidya, it is the king among all the knowledge, it's the most exalted among all forms of knowledges. Aparavidya and this Paravidya. Rajuhyam, Arjuna, this is not available to anybody and everybody. It is a great secret. Not that people are excluded from receiving this Upadesha. But if a person is not ready, then even when Upadesha is given, it does not in fact strike him. The knowledge does not take place when the mind is not ready. In that sense it is said, it is the king among all knowledge, king among all seekers, praising that knowledge. This is not the purpose. The purpose is not to exclude Arjuna that you are no good for this knowledge. The purpose is for Arjuna to know how privileged he is that he is receiving something most precious. Pavitram idam uttavam. This is the greatest sanctifier, pavitram, uttamam, it is most exalted. And pratyakshavagam, something that you know immediately. See, knowledge of something other than me, even knowledge of this flower, for example, can never be complete. I can never know in totality any entity that is different from me. Because at any time, only one aspect of this flower is known to me. When I am looking at the front, I do not see the back. When I look at the top, I do not look at the bottom. And so on and so forth. Therefore, at any time, only a part, anything that is different from me, such as a flower, at any time I only know a part of it, never the whole of it. There is only one entity that can be known in its wholeness, and that is myself, because I am evident to myself. Here, there is an intervention between the flower, which is an object, and I, who is the subject. What's the intervention? The eyes, for example, the organ of perception, with which I perceive the flower, that is an intervention. Secondly, the mind also, which must be there behind the eyes for me to perceive. Therefore, I am separated from this flower by, or any object for that matter, by the sense organs, by the mind. And therefore, my knowledge of this entity will be as limited as my sense organs such as eyes, as limited as my mind, and therefore those sense organs and mind being limited, I can know only anything, limited aspect of anything. How about the self, myself? Now I am not an object of perception to myself. Pratyakshavagavam. I am immediately known to myself. So the difference between the flower and the self is, the flower is not self-shining. Flower requires the consciousness to illumine that. The consciousness that is I first illumines my mind. That mind illumines the sense organs such as eyes, and they in turn illumine these objects such as flower. But how about myself? I am consciousness, self-illumined, therefore I know myself immediately without any intervention. Upanishad says, Yat sakshat aparokshat Brahman, that which is direct and immediate, that is Brahman, the self. Therefore, Arjuna, you will know me as an immediate reality, as an immediate object of knowledge. Object means you will know me immediately. But then everybody is not fortunate in receiving this Upadesha. Lord Krishna says in third verse, Ashraddhadhana purushaha dharmasyasya parantapa Aprapya mam nivartante mrityu samsara vartmani. Again, in this verse, Lord Krishna emphasizes the value of Shraddha. In the 4th chapter, Lord Krishna said, Shraddhavan labhate jnanam. The one who is Shraddha, who is implicit trust, labhate jnanam, he gains the knowledge. One who has trust in the Upanishad, in the scriptures, in the Bhagavad Gita. What is the trust? Whatever the Bhagavad Gita says is true. Why? Because it is coming from Lord Himself, who is omniscient, all-knowing. And therefore, we accept Bhagavad Gita as pramana, meaning the valid means of knowledge. We take what it says as true. The Upanishad as a pramana, Vedanta as pramana. So that is our Shraddha. Therefore, we take seriously whatever Lord Krishna says. And such great people as Adi Shankaracharya, the Bhashyakara, they take every word seriously. Every word that Lord Krishna utters is taken with all seriousness and all, it's that looked upon as profound knowledge. And that is called Shraddha. Now you will wonder, Swami, the Shraddha, the trust, why do people always want trust and faith? Because in other religions also, people have problems when their preachers say that you must have faith. And therefore those traditions are called faith traditions. You must have faith in what is said in the scripture. Because they talk of heaven, which is nitya paroksha, which you'll never see as long as you're alive. They talk of Ishvara, who is in heaven, which also can never be realized as long as you're in this body. And therefore, all these things have to be taken in trust. But Vedanta reveals something that is here and now. Vedanta reveals that what is the truth is your own self, which is always experienced by you. Therefore, this does not require the kind of trust that you require in something that is nitya paroksha, always remote. And therefore Shraddha. Shraddha is only this much, that there is truth, and Upanishad says, you are the truth. It's hard to believe that I am the truth, that I am Brahman, that I am limitless. How can it be? That statement goes against all conclusions I have about myself. I look upon myself as a small, limited being and have no respect for myself. I have no respect for myself because I am a lacking, wanting being. And therefore, always look outside of myself to find something that is whole and complete. Shraddhadhana. So Lord Krishna says, the complete, whole and complete being that you want to know is yourself. How can it be? Because I am telling you. But I know that I am limited, I am insignificant in every way, Swamiji. My knowledge is limited, my memory is limited, my capacity, everything is limited about me. in spite of those limitations, you are limitless, the Upanishad says. How can it be? Because you are not what you take yourself to be. You take the body to be yourself and then declare that you had a birth and you are going to die. You take the mind to be the self and then believe that you are limited in every way. But the body is not you, the mind is not you. You are there to witness the body, mind, sense complex, you have consciousness, and therefore, but that Shraddha is required. Meaning, because what I am told is quite contrary to what I believe so far. So far, I have been taking myself to be a small, little, helpless, hapless creature. And Bhagavad Gita says, Upanishad says, you are limitless Shraddha. So, first accept that. Doesn't make sense. Even then you accept it. Then you will discover how that is so. Not that you are limitless doesn't make sense. When you really look into that you are limited doesn't make sense. That you have taken for granted that you are a limited being, that you had birth. Something had birth. The body had birth. The body will have death. Equating yourself to the body, you have already assumed that you were born and you are going to die. And so to do this Atma, Anatma, Viveka, to separate or discriminate self from the non-self, to help me become free from all these false notions about myself, is the purpose of this teaching. Having created the background, having created an interest and curiosity in the mind of Arjuna, having created in Arjuna the value of what he is going to receive, then alone Arjuna will pay his attention to what Lord Krishna is going to say. So we can see from time to time, even Lord Krishna, because he also, every speaker, a teacher wants attention of the listener. A listener will pay attention provided he or she accepts that this is valuable to me. Otherwise, they can stare at you at the most, but not necessarily listen to you, not pay attention to what you are saying. And therefore, to first create the value in Arjuna's mind of the importance of what he is going to receive. And now Lord Krishna talks about Ishvara. This is a chapter where the concept of Ishvara, Lord, you call it Bhagavan, is very beautifully delineated. How does Vedanta teach the nature of Bhagavan, nature of Ishvara? Vedanta says, Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma, all there is Brahman, all there is Ishvara. I know that I am not Ishvara, I know that what I perceive is not Ishvara, I know that everything that I see is limited. How can it be Ishvara? How can I be Ishvara? And how can my neighbor be Ishvara? Because I have a certain idea of who Ishvara is. And neither myself nor my neighbor fit into that concept. And so Lord Krishna explains the nature of Ishvara, nature of Brahman, nature of truth, nature of reality. In the fourth verse, Lord Krishna says, Maya tatamidam sarvam jagadavyakta murtina Matsthani sarvabhutani nachaham teshvavasthitah. So here Lord Krishna and describes here what his true nature is. Because understanding Ishvara is extremely important to us. Ishvara always, one way or the other, always figures in our life. Even when someone says, I don't believe in God, then also that way Ishvara is always there in the background. Whether I believe in Ishvara, don't believe in Ishvara, Ishvara still forms the basis of my belief or unbelief. And therefore, understanding Ishvara is extremely important. And the concept of Ishvara explained is very sophisticated here. Not someone sitting someplace, having some description, etc. That's the usual idea of Ishvara that we have, which I don't say is wrong. But what is told here is the right thing, and then we'll be able to understand all of the concepts. Lord Krishna says, Maya tatavidam sarvam. All of this universe is pervaded by me. I am present in everything and being, in sentient as well as insentient. Sarva means everything, includes whatever there is. So, an entity such as this one here, myself, who possesses life and consciousness, we call him a sentient being, who will therefore respond to the stimuli that is received from the world. An entity such as is stable, we call that insentient entity who does not respond to any stimuli given to that. This one is a mind. The table doesn't have a mind. Thus we can say that in the universe there are two classes of objects, sentient meaning possessed of subtle body, possessed of life, insentient, not possessed of subtle body, not possessed of life. So we think that Bhagavan is there only in you and I, who are conscious beings. It is hard for us to recognize that Ishvara is equally present in this table. But Swamiji, Ishvara means consciousness. And I can accept that there is consciousness in you. How can I accept it? Even there is consciousness in the table? If there is consciousness in the table, then the table should be a sentient entity, should be able to respond to me. Here we'll make a distinction between consciousness and sentiency. What is consciousness? Consciousness manifests as sentient and insentient beings. The expression of consciousness depending upon the medium of manifestation. Just as electricity expresses as light through the bulb, it may express as motion through a fan, express as heat through a heater and so forth. The expression of electricity will vary depending upon the medium of manifestation. And so also consciousness also manifests through everything there is. The manifestation of consciousness will depend upon the medium through which it manifests. When consciousness manifests through an entity such as me, who possesses a gross body and a subtle body, and therefore consciousness manifests as life in you and I, this table does not possess subtle body. And therefore, consciousness merely manifests as existence, isness. Asti, bhati, priyam is consciousness. In what we call insentient object, the consciousness manifests only as asti is a predominant manifestation. Here what we call the sentient being, asti, bhati, priyam also is everything is manifest. So, asti, bhati is everywhere, but the extent of manifestation depends upon the upadhi. But understand that the Ishvara that manifests through this live being, the same Ishvara that manifests through this lifeless entity, the fact that table is asti, table shines on my consciousness, bhati, the table has an attractiveness, a usefulness, priyam. Asti, bhati, priyam, and name and form, in every name and form, Ishvara manifests as asti, bhati, priyam. I am a name and form. In this one also, Ishvara manifests as asti, bhati, priyam. In other words, satchit ananda, asti sat, bhati chit, priyam ananda. Therefore, asti, bhati, priyam, satchidananda manifests through everything, through this table also. But the nature of manifestation depends upon the medium of manifestation. Here, asti, bhati, priyam, satchidananda merely manifests as where existence is a predominant quality. In me it manifests as very life, as happiness, etc., etc. But Maya, Lord Krishna says, Maya tatabidam sarvam jagat avyaktamurtina. Maya avyaktamurtina. By my unmanifest form, I pervade this entire universe of names and forms. Meaning that I am equally present in this table as much as I am in this Swami. Swami, does it mean that we should start now bowing down to this table? You may not bow down. But there should be a respect for the table also. Ideally, there should be respect for everything because everything possesses existence. And that isness or existence is the manifestation of Ishvara. But Swamiji, I can't perform any vyavahara then. I can't walk on this platform. The platform also, if you say manifestation, Ishvara is manifest through that. That is why when we wake up in the morning, we chant this verse that, O Mother Earth, I'm going to place my feet on you. Please pardon me. No, I'm going too high, too much, in this business. But the point is, this is ultimate. Now, a wise person respects everything. He recognizes the glory of whatever exists. The existence itself is a glory, not just a name and form in which it comes. Just that it exists is the most glorious thing. It exists, that it shines. In that sense, Lord Krishna says that I pervade this entire universe of names and forms. But then where are you? I don't see you. In the form that is not visible to you. Just as the clay will say that I pervade all these pots and pans, the clay is formless, the formless clay pervades all these forms, pots and pans. So also the formless Ishvara pervades all these forms. The attributeless Ishvara pervades all these attributes. This is the first introduction or first recognition of Ishvara. But Bhagavan, you are present everywhere. But everything is changing. Things are being born, things are dying, and we find the pain and pleasure and everything. Does it mean that you are suffering all this pain and pleasure? We see that things are being born. Are you being born constantly? Are you constantly dying? Are you suffering that pain? Then Bhagavan will be in a miserable condition. He pervades everything. That means that all the pleasure and pain and limitation, samsara, he becomes Mahasamsari. I just pervade in this one name and form and I know how big a samsari I am. If Bhagavan pervades in all the beings, then he must be biggest samsari. The Lord, you must be suffering all the pleasure and pain. Then it's very unenviable situation. I don't want to become that Bhagavan. So slowly Lord then clarifies. In second line says, Matsthani sarabhutani nachaham teshu avasthitah. Clarifies the relationship that he has with all the bhutani, with all the beings, names and forms. That yes, I pervade all the names and forms. I pervade all the beings. I am equally present everywhere. Meaning that Ishvara is present in its totality here, there, everywhere. In everything, Ishvara is present in its totality. Not that he is divided and there is a drop of Ishvara, the spark of Ishvara here and spark of Ishvara there. We are all sparks of consciousness. We are consciousness total, not sparks. Because consciousness cannot divide it into parts. So Ishvara is a whole consciousness. And that way Ishvara pervades. In that case, Swamiji, the limited upadhi should become your limitation. And this upadhi is a samsari. That means you are a samsari. You are a mahasamsari. You are constantly being born, you are constantly dying, and you are suffering. If one individual is constantly suffering, then Bhagavan, who pervades all the beings, must be a great sufferer. Then Lord Krishna clarifies, Matsthani sarabhutani nachaham teshu avasthitah. Hey Arjuna, they are all in me, I am not in them. This language is a little difficult to understand. But we can understand that with a simple example of an actor who is a very wealthy person. He takes he puts on the costume and plays the role of a beggar, let us say. Actor is a very wealthy person and acts as a beggar on the stage. So what's the relationship between the actor and the beggar? There is beggar also on the stage. There is actor also on the stage. What's the relationship that the actor has with the beggar? The beggar is actor is not the beggar. Puja Swami used to give that famous equation. actor A and beggar B, those days we used a blackboard and we write on the blackboard. B is equal to A is not equal to B. His famous equation. That very common, B is beggar, A is actor. B is equal to A is not equal to B. That's the relationship between the actor and the beggar. What do you mean, Swami? B is equal to A is not equal to B. Meaning that B cannot be there if A is not there, whereas A can very much be there even if B is not there. Meaning that the beggar cannot be if the actor is not. However, actor can be very much there even when beggar is not there. Is that right? The beggar cannot be if the actor is not. Because who is beggar? Actor in the costume of beggar. So beggar cannot be if the actor is not. But the actor can be whether beggar is there or not. Even if he removes the costume of the beggar, actor is very much there. In the costume of beggar also he is actor, and without the costume also he is the actor. Actor is there whether beggar is there or not. So in the words of Lord Krishna we can say, actor says, the beggar is in me, I am not in the beggar. Here Lord Krishna says, all beings are in me, I am not in them. Comparable to the actor saying that the beggar is in me, I am not in the beggar. What do you mean you are not in the beggar? Beggar is in me, beggar is because of me, I am not in the beggar, I am not because of the beggar. Beggar is dependent, I am independent. Or in the Vedantic terminology, we can say beggar is a superimposition upon the actor, isn't it? Because what is superimposition? He puts on some costume, therefore actor upon that, because of costume, we superimpose the idea of beggar. Vedantin will say, beggar is mithya, actor is satyam. The B is mithya, A is satyam. Is it not so? What is satyam? Which will always remain, which will never go. What is mithya? Which is there now and not later, which is conditionally there. Satyam, that is unconditionally there. Mithya, which is conditionally there. Beggar is conditionally here as long as this person puts on the costume of the beggar. So beggar, for it to be there, depends upon the presence of costume. Actor, on the other hand, is there whether costume is there or not. Beggar is dependent, actor is independent. Beggar is mithya, actor is satyam. Beggar is superimposition, actor is the adhishtham, substratum. All these terms you must have heard all the years. This example gives clarity. So Lord Krishna says, now suppose that actor now performs the role of a beggar, then performs the role of a king, then performs the role of a minister, and so forth. So actor performs variety of roles. He will say that I pervade, although I am pervade in the king and the beggar and the minister and sadhu, in all of them I pervade. They are all in me, they are because of me. I am not in them, I am not because of them, I am independent of them. So we can say that the actor pervades all the roles. He is there in the king also, beggar also, minister also, etc. At the same time, he is not limited by them. Even when he assumes the role of a beggar, he does not become the beggar. What is beggar? Beggar is an appearance. Beggar is superimposition upon the actor. He is an appearance of actor. Doesn't become king, doesn't become beggar, doesn't become any of those things. It is just an appearance, meaning that they are all superimposed upon the beggar. Though their costume is like superimposition, superimposed actor upon actor, a beggar and king and minister, etc. So actor can say, I pervade all of them. Machthani sarvabhutani, they are all because of me. Nachaham teshu avasthita, but I am not because of them, meaning that whether these fellows are there or not, I am there. Machthani sarvabhutani, meaning here Lord Krishna is teaching us the nature of these very famous terms, Satyam and Mithya. The actor is Satyam. The beggar, king, etc. are Mithya, superimposition. They are there conditionally there. As long as the actor puts on the costume, they are there. The actor is unconditionally there. So that is called truth, Satyam, which is unconditional. That is called Mithya, which is conditional. So therefore, Lord Krishna has chosen to put on all these costumes. All those who are sitting here and anywhere else, not only human beings, but all living beings, not only living beings, even insentient entity, every name and form. Poor actor can put on a few costumes. Hey, Bhagavan is a Nataraja. I mean, he's a master of actors. And therefore, he has simultaneously puts on all the costumes. So what is the difference between you and I? The costumes are different. Otherwise, what you are is what I am. Lord that you are is Lord that I am. Nowhere in the world, nowhere in any scripture will you find this kind of unfoldment of the nature of Ishvara. Because everybody accepted Ishvara as in the heaven. In creation of any entity such as a part, there are two causes. One is the material cause, other is the efficient cause. The material cause of this part is clay, from which it is made. And efficient cause is the maker, the potter. So any creation requires two causes, the material cause and the efficient cause. The nature of material cause is that it pervades the effect. Clay is the material cause, it pervades the effect. The potter is the efficient cause, creator, he does not pervade the effect. Everybody other than Vedanta, everybody except Ishvara as creator, that everybody says is the efficient cause, intelligent cause. But then Ishvara takes some material from somewhere and creates sun on this day, moon on the other day, this on the other day, and so. The creator is separate from creation. And that is the idea of Ishvara that all of us have, without being told. Here Lord Krishna says that the creation is not apart from the creator. That is, this is called duality, that creator is separate and creation is separate. Vedanta says that the creation is not separate from the creator. That is called non-duality. Because In Bhagavan, both are included, creator and creation, both are included. There is no other entity, there is no second entity. But Swamiji, non-duality means you are not different from me. Are you Bhagavan? Am I Bhagavan? Yes and no. I'm not Bhagavan based on what I take myself to be. But I'm Bhagavan based on what I really am. If that actor was intoxicated and comes on the stage and starts believing I'm a beggar, although boy, beggar is this costume, starts believing I'm the beggar, then it's told, you are a billionaire. What do you mean? I look at the mirror, am I a billionaire? I'm beggar. The beggar is someplace in the costume, but you are the one. Costume is not your true nature. And so Bhagavan says that this is a costume. The one who was putting on the costume, manifesting through the costume, meaning in the costume that you are, costume that I am, costume that anybody is, the one that is manifesting is none other than Bhagavan, Ishvara, Brahman, the limitless, manifesting through a limited costume. We have taken for granted that we are limited being because we equate ourselves. It's like that actor intoxicated. So we are also intoxicated. So what is intoxication, Swamiji? The sages explain that this world is intoxicated by the wine of Maya, So Maya is like the wine, and then they're intoxicated there where people just do not see the reality of their own self. Maya tatabidam sarvam jagat avyaktamurtina matsthani sarvabhutani nachaham teshu avasthitah. Hey Arjuna, I pervade all the beings, but when I look at Swami Bhagavan, I don't see the Vasudeva, I don't see. Not in this way, not as Vasudeva, avyaktamurtina, the content of Vasudeva, that is consciousness, astivadi prem, that I pervade all the names and forms. I pervade you, Arjuna, I am your own very self. Machthani sarvabhutani nachaham teshu avasthita. They are all in me, I am not in them. They are all superimposed upon me, and therefore I have taken the roles of all the beings without becoming them. Just as actor has taken the role without becoming. So this is how Lord Krishna explains the concept of Ishvara, who is not away from us at all. The idea of Ishvara always creates this idea of someone somewhere away, remote, separated from me. Lord Krishna says, I am the most intimate. And you fail to recognize me because you already concluded who you are. So Lord Krishna is imparting his teaching to help us becoming free from the various conclusions that we have about ourselves. Without any reason we entertain so many notions about ourselves. And here Lord Krishna is helping us as to how to become free from those notions. We'll continue our discussion after the break. We'll meet here at 11:30 here, have a cup of tea and then come back.